Welcome to the session, Canva, an educator's everything toolbox. This presentation is part of the Canva Librarians and Teacher International Summer Virtual Showcase of 2024. My name is Jen Legatt, Library Media Specialist at Jackson Middle School in the Anoka-Hennepin School District. This is the largest school district in Minnesota. My educational journey has moved from being a middle school English teacher to a technology integration specialist, and finally landing as a library media specialist. In this session, I hope to share a window with you into Canva. Canva is a magical toolbox for educators to whip up presentations, fun learning stuff, snazzy signs, social media gems, and tons more. Join me on a journey through various examples from basic to more complex, showcasing how Canva can jazz up your projects. You will be able to find this video as a Canva presentation at this link so that you can review slides at your own pace or click on the included links. In just 30 minutes, how do I decide what to cover? It's very hard to narrow down ideas. You will see just the tip of the iceberg and a few shiny bits too. Just know there's a lot more to discover below the surface. The next question is, what order should I present? That is a pretty complex decision too. For example, I haven't talked about what Canva is, and I want to share two of its features with you. When I first made this presentation, I looked in Canva's elements for a road divided in multiple directions that fit my color scheme. Of course, it wasn't there. I used the Magical Media Text tool to have the image created for me. But then the image wasn't big enough for the slide, so I used Edit Image to spread the image wider to fit the screen. Perfect. It seems as if I can imagine it, Canva can create it. So, what is Canva? As I go through this session, I will be reviewing some basics, as we have newbies too. I find that even people who feel they know Canva well will find something new. Canva has many features. Some of it that's best is that it's device agnostic. I often move between my computer, my iPad, and my phone while working on a design. There are many useful templates and designs that are ready to go, including lesson plans and learning activities. The drag and drop editing brings graphic design to all of us. There's no need to learn Photoshop or other more complex tools. Canva includes a large collection of images, clip art, and styled text. You can add royalty-free music and sound effects from within the software. Canva is powerful for collaboration, sharing projects and templates, and publishing your work. Some of the most common sharing options include creating a collaboration link where you can add other creators to view or edit the design. You can create a public view link to let other people view the design but not make changes. There's a path to the present tool in the share options. If you create something magical to share with others, you can create a template link so that they only get their own copy of the design. This is also helpful when sharing with students. You can also embed your projects into a website. You can download your projects as different image types. And if you're going between Google Drive and Canva, you can save your design there. If you want to see how many people have visited your public link, you can view the Insights tool. You can also make unique links for sharing with different groups. That way you can track where your visits are coming from. Canva is free for K-12 students, staff, teachers, and librarians. I think our current groups of students will be so used to the tools in Canva, by the time they leave school, they will be more than willing to subscribe. Canva also offers FERPA and COPA privacy information. Using Canva, you can assign templates to students, you can connect to learning management softwares like Google Classroom, you can provide feedback to students for their work. For information on these processes, visit Canva's education page, and for a breakdown on Canva for Education, visit the link Canva for Education, all you need to know. Take some time to explore Canva's education resources. You can search by grade, PK to 12. You can browse by subject, and look, there's classroom decor kits. It's that time of year again coming up soon, isn't it? You can find presentations that are already created and adapt them to fit your curriculum. You can find great templates like graphic organizers. There are comic strip templates for creative assessments, and newsletter templates to use in communication with home. Explore these resources at your leisure or when you need that last-minute lesson on a sick day. As far as creation goes, Canva really is a toolbox to hold everything together. There are so many tools in one program. The ones that I often use are these: docs, presentation, social media posts, flyers, graphs, infographics, videos, educational websites, and worksheets. At first, I will admit docs were not my favorite. Recently, they added suggestion mode, columns, and page breaks, which I find super important. When I first designed our library helper handout, which you can see here, there were no page breaks in docs. I'm excited to update this so I can better delineate between the sections. The best feature, though, is that you can turn a doc into a presentation. If you've created a doc, you can have the text automatically transformed into a presentation within Canva. I live in the world of presentations. I love the way that items layer better than in some of the projects like docs. Many of my signs and images are actually presentations. Almost all of my instructional and informational content has moved to Canva. My favorite part of presentations is the ease of updating. Since the content of my How to Use Destiny slideshows did not change between 2023 and 2024, I was able to just change the year on my first slide, and my audio was not affected. But if I do need to add or edit one slide, the others aren't affected. This, as a teacher, was game-changing. Social media posts are a great way to share what is going on in your classroom, your school, or your library. With so many templates, it's easy to make posts. The scheduling feature is important, as I don't have time to stop and post during a busy day. But I can schedule a post at night to appear during school hours to celebrate our library. Flyers have clear designs to advertise events, like our summer book bingo. I've gotten great ideas of projects to do from the different flyer templates. The Graphs tool inputs data and helps to create visually appealing graphs, like this one, that broke down the percentage of each genre in our library. The graph data then becomes part of infographics. Infographics are a powerful way to tell your story in a way that catches the eye and says a lot in a dynamic way. In this example, I used an infographic to document the genreification of my library. The video tool in Canva is powerful. They're powerful because they can be created and edited on multiple devices. Some movie editing software is based on the one specific device. Some online services are now paid subscriptions, which are hard on school budgets. While the Canva video tools are simple, they can create some awesome products. Websites are also another option in Canva. They are a simple website that you can create. I created a website this year with the different staff messages that I sent out, all in one place, along with my content information. Worksheets in Canva are a quick way to get activities related to a broad variety of topics. And there's so much more. There are photo collage tools and templates to make a book cover, a mind map, or a magazine cover. You can design a calendar, a report, a planner, a comic strip, or a class schedule. You can make a proposal, a concept map, a CD cover, a graphic organizer, a tag, an invoice, a lesson plan, a YouTube intro, or a bookmark. Whew. These are some of my favorite Canva creations. I wanted to include these to help you see what Canva can do for you. These are my notice and note signs that have all of the different parts for notice and notes, and the Battle of the Books logo. I used Canva to make button designs, though I found the circle sticker template which would bump up my circle design game. For Make Your March, I had signs and presentations, all within the same theme. Our library carts have name tags on them, means they come back to us. It's magic. And some winning names will replace the generic Cart 1 and Cart 2 this year. I also created a two-sided business card that fits the theme of our library. I personalized a daily to-do list to keep myself on track. The back includes our class time schedules because they never started a logical time, as well as which students report to us each period with each day. There are some common tools that make Canva go from good to amazing. You can set your school or library brand colors so you don't have to look for them or guess when you are designing. These are the quote unquote official colors of my school district. I created a color palette of these official colors and the district logos. I also have a color palette for my genres and for the presentations that I use each year. You can also update a color across an entire project. If you find a presentation that is perfectly designed in blue, but your school colors are purple and silver, you can use a change all option to update every place the blue appears in the presentation. Honestly, this was the moment that I knew I was going to be with Canva forever. Most of the time, when I'm arranging images, I send things to the back or bring to the front when I'm trying to layer those complicated designs. But you do have the option to arrange layers like in the professional tools, like Photoshop. The Magic Studio tools are awesome when they work. I mentioned Magic Expand earlier. Magic Grab pulls an item off of a picture, well, like magic. Grab Text does a decent job of pulling words off of an image. Like all newish tools, there's some experimentation to do. Magic Edit didn't like my request to move purple flowers from a cat's head today. Still, I find these tools powerful when I'm doing a design where I need to fix an image just a little. Different social media platforms like different size images. Resized documents is awesome for taking the same size content and adjusting for platforms. I also use it when turning a presentation page into a printable page or creating bookmarks from a presentation, for example. Recording on a presentation is so easy. I love that you can record per slide or frame. That way, if you mess up or the cat meows in the background, you can don't have to start all over. These directions on this slide are from Canva. Our students used these steps to create podcasts this year. It was so much fun to hear them talk about things they loved. Note, the podcast template in Canva is to make the podcast image. Students needed to convert that image to a video to have the production power of Canva. There are tools like Magic Design that help you create an image that may not be in Elements. I talked about that with the road earlier. For example, I open it up and let's say I want a purple projector on a blue table to match this presentation theme. I type that in and click Generate. And this was one of the options. Perfect. Just what I was looking for. Canva also offers a feature called Magic Write, which utilizes artificial intelligence to transform unpolished text into refined and professional prose. For example, I clicked on the text from the previous slide. Magic Write turned this text more formal. Canva provides a feature known as Magic Write, which harnesses artificial intelligence to refine and elevate informal text to polished and professional content. And this is the original text sprinkled with fairy dust. Canva unveils an enchantment known as Magic Write, a celestial gift harnessing the essence of artificial intelligence to transmute raw text into polished, elegant prose fit for the grandest of stages. I like it. Canva also has the ability to translate into 100 languages. This is a game changer for reaching all of our students. I found that Canva had 15 of the top 16 languages of students in my building. I took 6 pages of my Destiny directions and translated into each of the 14 languages other than English. That way, the library was more accessible for all students. Canva also has an easy PDF editor. This is something that has been missing for a long time in my creation toolbox. The ability to adjust the PDF to meet your needs, responsibly, of course, can be a powerful tool for differentiation for reading level or for language translation for students. Have you found something new to try yet? 2 things? 10? Now, Canva apps open up an entire new world to explore. Even more tools are available to add to your toolkit. The path to the apps is on your left toolbar. I pulled out a few today that I thought might be helpful to educators. Mockups is a tool that lets you add your own images into real life photos. Wow, that really didn't make sense. For example, I found a computer with a frame for the screen. Then I searched for a picture of a video game and I dropped it into the frame. You can browse a popular category and see what all the cool kids are doing, or check out what your image looks like on a smartphone, what your image may look like on print projects, or apparel, or even add your pic to a video. For example, let's mock up this pic of my two new kittens. First, I put them on a coffee mug. I could smile on that every day. Then I added them to the back of a cell phone. What of your learning content would kids pay more attention to if they saw it on a screen? Next, I made my kitties the next superstars by putting them on a stranger's phone. They do have their own Insta account, so I guess that could be reality. Then I made a sweatshirt. Okay, this mock up is not my favorite. Next, I added them to a pillow in a stranger's house. There's a few different scenes that you could drop a pic into that could spark some discussions with your students, but probably not my cats. Best of all, I made my cats superstars in their own movie in this clip. That was fun. The next app I'll show you is Cartoonify. This one speaks for itself. I input the same picture from the previous app and I made the cats into cartoons. There are a lot of AI tools in the options. You can make a character into an anime character. There are options to paintify, avatarize, dreamify, emojify. All of these add creativity and probably some anonymity to faces or places. Gen Quiz is really cool. It will generate a quiz from text, a YouTube video, Google Doc, or website. I was disappointed when it wouldn't generate a quiz from my genre Google presentation because it's not a Google Doc. I was also stuck when designing on my iPad because YouTube links became short links and not the full URLs. But on my computer, I was able to download my genre presentation as a text file and copy it into the app, and I pasted it in and crossed my fingers. I chose 5 multiple choice questions for 6th graders. I could even pick the language I wanted the questions to be in. I could then copy the questions or add to my design. And this was add to design. I think I copied the last time. This would use some work. It's a bit small, but it was still a really cool concept to make my quizzes. Up next, bingo cards. You input some data, like this list of countries, choose the size of the board, and create. Magic! You get multiple versions of the same group of words randomized. Then you drop them into slides. That would have saved me a ton of time when I was in the classroom. Raise your hand if you're a math teacher. Equations is an app that lets you design math problems. You can put in simple problems, like on my next slide, or create calc, trig, or geometry problems. The best part is the numbers are grouped together and move around as one on the screen. If you need to edit the equation, it brings you back to the equations editor to change the problem or even the color when you change, the slideshow theme. What would be nice is you could create one type of problem, copy paste, and make minor variations for your slides. Pretty powerful for Math Editor. The last app I will share is Speed Painter. This app is simple. You upload a drawing saying, "Thank you for listening," and I do thank you. Thank you for sticking with me for this half hour. And then your project turns into magic like this. If you want to learn more from Canva about design, visit the Canva Design School. If you want to explore more ways to enhance your teaching toolkit, visit the Teach with Canva collection. If you want to explore more ways to enhance your teaching toolkit, visit the Teach with Canva collection. After this session, if you have any questions, please reach out. I may not know all of the answers, but as a librarian, I know how to use my resources. Thank you for spending your time with me today. I hope you took 1, 2, or 10 things away from this session. Have a wonderful rest of your day. After this session, if you have any questions, please reach out. I may not know all of the answers, but as a librarian, I know how to use my resources. Thank you for spending your time with me today. I hope you took 1, 2, or 10 things away from this session. Have a wonderful rest of your day.